What's up guys, Bron's back with a new laptop, and this is the Asus Strix G15. This one comes with the AMD 6800, and I definitely have been waiting to review this one for years. Nah, not really. It's probably been a year since I heard about the announcement of the AMD graphics cards coming in laptops, and now it's finally here. I know I'm a few months late to the party, but regardless, I'm here to test it out, see if it's something that is worth getting over NVIDIA graphics cards laptops, and I'm going to do a comparison on that. Does the 6800 overall perform better than the NVIDIA graphics cards? So let's find out, and also beware where you buy this laptop. I'll go into it right now. So this is the Asus Republic of Gamers Strix G15 Advantage Edition. I don't know what advantage I got, but the specs include a Ryzen 9 5900HX, 16 gigabytes of memory, the Radeon RX 6800M, that means mobile, and 512 gigabytes of an SSD. I also really like the panel. It's a fast 1080p Full HD panel with 3 milliseconds of response time, about 300 nits of brightness. Definitely one of the best panels you can get. So the build quality is superb. I really thought this was going to be a plastic feeling laptop. It actually feels sturdy, solid, secure, anything that you want your significant other to be. But really, this is a solid laptop. The build quality, it just blew my mind. The surfaces and the actual rigidity of the laptop, just the materials feel super quality. So if you check out the deck of the laptop, it actually has a soft touch material, which I keep talking about in all my laptop videos. That gets a +1 for me for Asus. And in addition, the keyboard has the perfect amount of key travel, and this does have single zone RGB lighting. The only problem that I had was that the airplane mode button was really close to the delete button. Too close for comfort. So the Republic of Gamers logo does flash on the lid, and you can give someone an angry eye if you want to. Once you open up this laptop, you're gonna immediately feel the difference when compared to other plastic laptops. I think I ate some really spicy chicken earlier. I think last time I talked about the deck of the Legion series last year in my first video. I'll link it right here. But I really like that due to the soft touch material. Now this one does have a soft touch material as well, but it's not like a gummy feeling. It's more of like they slapped on like some sort of matte layer onto the deck of the keyboard. Now it definitely does feel premium to the touch. And then in addition, the keyboard is also oil resistant. Now this can be said for other Asus devices like the slimmer G15, but this one does have that oil resistant deck, which you can't go wrong, especially when you're using the laptop for a long amount of time. So here are a few more things before we move on to the performance section. This laptop is super heavy. 5.5 pounds is probably one of the heaviest I've tested. Also, it's over an inch thick, so definitely not a thin and light laptop by any means. And also, the power brick is an actual size of a brick, so it's pretty big. Lastly, the battery life was actually one of the best I've tested on a gaming laptop, and it got around 5 to 6 hours. Asus did a really good job of managing the power through my particular model in general. So I'll just say this right now, the Republic of Gamers Strix G15 is actually one of the best value laptops you can get for the GPU performance that you get. If you were to spend money on an Alienware M15, that's going to cost about $2,000 and up, and I don't think that's worth it if you can get the Strix G15 because you're getting the best value performance for around that $1,600 price mark. So here are the CPU scores, the multi-core scores, and I don't think there is much of an increase from the 5800 HS, just because you're only increasing your score by 1,000 points or more. And pretty much this is only useful for content creators or people who do a lot of rendering. In addition, here are the single core scores, which will probably be more relatable to people who are using it on a day-to-day basis. Basically, opening up a web browser will be a little bit quicker, and so forth. Now here's where I have an issue with the Strix G15. It's the CPU temperatures. So the temperature gets really hot at 100 degrees. I definitely have to disable boost to get a manageable temperature. So once you disable boost, you can get around 95 degrees Celsius on multi-core rendering. And then also even playing games, you get around 90 degrees when you're playing Call of Duty. Now this could be just my particular model because I did buy this open box, and typically the first batch that was released when this first came out were a lot of returns. A lot of people returned this laptop at Best Buy because there was reportedly some problems going on with the CPU getting too hot and also frying everything else on the motherboard. So just keep that in mind. I will do a video later on this explaining more truths about Best Buy's open box policy, because in summary, you're basically buying returns that have hot CPUs that might have gotten a bad thermal paste job, and that's pretty much the manufacturer's fault to not be able to QC these laptops and make sure they're all running at optimal temperatures. So overall, with this device specifically, you're getting the best bang for your buck as far as GPU and CPU performance goes. Still, you aren't getting a QHD panel, which is okay for a lot of you. And you do have to make sure you're buying the later batches of these laptops, because the first batch, apparently Asus screwed up and they had to fix the liquid thermal application so that this GPU and CPU, they won't heat up. Overall, if you can find this device with those later batches at Best Buy, open box as well, you're going to get a deep discount and you're probably going to get the best bang for your buck as far as GPU performance goes. So overall, this is very encouraging news for those of you who are waiting for AMD GPU laptops. I was having a hard time getting FreeSync to work. I know it doesn't work on my G-Sync monitor, so pretty much you're gonna have to figure out how to deal with that. So pretty much you're gonna have to stick to AMD FreeSync monitors, and that's something that might be ideal, but I prefer G-Sync. G-Sync looks way more smooth to me, and also it's very responsive when I'm playing first-person shooters. Well, that wraps up this video, guys. Keep an eye out for more videos. I'm gonna have a new laptop that I'm gonna review next month. Just leave a comment below and guess what it is. Go ahead and like and subscribe this video. Peace out.